Well, hello Year 10 and welcome back. This time we're going to have a look at trigonometry. Now it's a rather hard word, but remember that tri means 3, gon means shape, and ometry means kind of study of or to measure. So basically we're going to extend Pythagoras a little bit to include angles, and when it includes angles it's known as trigonometry. Okay, so the objective is to see if I can use trigonometry to find unknown sides and unknown angles in a triangle. Okay, so Pythagoras only used sides. This time we're going to use some unknown angles first as well. Okay, so trig is concerned with the connection between sides and angles in any right-angled triangle. So if you have a look down here, there is the marked angle. The marked angle means it's this one down here. There's anything written on it, okay? So in this case, it's marked and somebody's pointing to it as well. Now, when you come to label a trig triangle, it's not only the hypotenuse, which you're quite used to having to label, but there are two other sides that we have to get right, and they do change from triangle to triangle. Okay, so we already know the hypotenuse, that is the longest side, and that's always opposite this right angle, okay? The other two sides are called the opposite and the adjacent. Now, opposite, you probably know the meaning of that word, like you could be sitting opposite somebody at a dining table, or I'm sitting opposite my laptop to record this. The other word is adjacent, and adjacent means next to. All right, so your neighbor is adjacent to you because they're next to you. So let's have a look at these two triangles down the bottom. On the first one over here, the one on the left-hand side here, there's the hypotenuse, and the marked angle is this angle that's here that's called A. All right, now if you have a look, the opposite side is opposite the marked angle, see that? Okay, where the adjacent side is right next to it. You see that? So it's the adjacent side is touching the right angle and the angle that's marked. If you have a look at the other triangle over here, the marked angle is the one that's up in this corner. Hypotenuse is exactly where we're expecting to see it. So here's the marked angle. There is the opposite down there, and the adjacent is over here. So they swap position depending on which angle is marked, okay? All right, so you know all that, okay? So let's have a look at this terribly badly drawn green triangle. Now on this triangle, the top angle here is marked. So here she is. Let's color it in a little bit more. Gosh, I'm really doing really well between the lines today. Okay, now on this triangle, here's the longest side. So that's going to be the hypotenuse. Okay, and the hypotenuse never moves. It's just the opposite big one, and it's opposite the right angle. The side down the bottom here, you'll see, is opposite the marked angle. Okay, so that means it is the opposite side. Whereas the side over here is the adjacent side because it's next to, and you'll see it touches not only the right angle here, but the angle. So this one here is the adjacent. Oh, let's see if I can write this. Awesome. Okay, so for that triangle. Now let's have a look at the same triangle, but this time with the other angle marked. Okay, so this time I've marked the other angle, so let me do a bit more coloring in. Oh, look, I'm slightly better between the lines this time. Okay, on this one, have a look. There's the hypotenuse again. That's always easy to spot. But this side over here is opposite this time, so here's the opposite side. You can just, it's quite useful to just use 3 letters, like HYP for hypotenuse, OPP for opposite, and ADJ for adjacent. And look at that adjacent side. See how it's touching both the marked angle and the right angle. And I think that ends the slide.